Welcome to my channel where we talk about everything that has to do with the holidays. Today's question is, why is chicken noodle soup a hangover food? Well guys, we know that all 12 months we have holidays coming and going. Whether it's your birthday or a major holiday like Christmas, New Year's, 4th of July, all of these holidays are times where people might have a little bit too much to drink. And guys, we know there's always going to be somebody in our family we know that has had way too much to drink. Whether it's you, your family member, your neighbor, or your best friend, we all have to deal with it. And that question always comes to mind. I wonder if chicken noodle soup actually does help a hangover. And why is chicken noodle soup a hangover food? Well guys, we are going to dive into this and we're going to find out why chicken noodle soup is definitely a hangover food. Okay, first of all, let's look at the ingredients of chicken noodle soup, okay? Let's look at this more in depth. Here we go. We have a big, beautiful bowl of chicken noodle soup. Now, it is said that the salt in the broth retains much needed water in the body, okay? So when you eat this, the bone broth rehydrates the body, okay? Now, what you see right here is the bone broth. The liquid that is cooked in chicken noodle soup is the bone broth. Now, chicken noodle soup is always cooked with bones and all of the chicken, okay? It's cooked very slow, and as it cooks down, it releases all the nutrient value of everything in the bones, the collagen, the chicken, everything. All nutrient value is in the bone broth, okay? Okay. Now, the other thing we're going to talk about with chicken noodle soup is, look at here, the meat itself. You see this? The meat itself. Chicken noodle soup is packed full of meat, okay? And we got some chicken noodle soup right here showing the meat in it, okay? Now, what does the chicken do? Okay. Chicken provides the protein, of course. Yep, it's protein, but what does the protein do? This protein boosts liver detoxification. Yep, when you drink too much, that liver is working. So we need this protein, high amounts of protein, to boost the liver detoxification. Okay? All right, guys, we just learned that chicken noodle soup is very nutritious, okay? Chicken noodle soup, homemade chicken noodle soup, and chicken noodle soup you find in a can is usually full of carrots, which has its own great nutrient value. Chicken noodle soup is always full of celery, which also has extreme nutrient value for the body, okay? So, there you go, guys. Chicken noodle soup. Now, let me taste this. The bone broth is really rich, and it's definitely really good. Okay, now, if you're still with me watching this, we're going to dive a little bit even deeper, and we're going to talk about the benefits and values of the bone broth itself, okay? It's not just healing for a person with a hangover. It heals many other things that's worth knowing, okay? So, here we go. Chicken noodle soup, you can make it yourself, homemade, but you can go to the grocery store and buy it also in a can as well. See that beautiful picture? It's the carrots, celery, noodles, chicken broth, okay? Guys, the age-old custom of eating chicken soup for curing a cold, it absolutely is not just an old wives' tale. We have learned from our ancestors for years and years and years in many different cultures the great wisdom behind the practice of eating bone broth, okay? So we continue to eat this bone broth because it is very, very good for us, okay? It is healing to the body. It's brimming with essential nutrients, and it includes calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, potassium. It goes on and on and on. It has collagen in it because of, because the soup was cooked with all of the chicken bones, okay? Collagen, gelatin, it has the acids. I can't remember the name of the acids and sulfates, but it's very valuable to the body, okay? It's important for a healthy diet, believe it or not. Okay, now I pulled up some information on the internet about it, and I'm going to pass on this information to you to let you know how valuable chicken noodle soup, chicken soup, because of the bone broth is. So let's dive in. All right, the key things to remember is it alleviates inflammation, heals a leaky gut, and fortifies against bacterial and viral infections. Absolutely. Our grandparents have told us that for years, and we need to make sure we pass on this information to our younger generations as well. We need to remember this. Bone broth strengthens the teeth, joints, skin, and hair. Okay, let's talk about a little more in depth about those things, okay? It heals a leaky gut. The gelatin in the bone broth protects, heals the lining of the digestive tract, and helps aid in digestion and nutrients. Awesome. It fights infectious colds and flus, okay? That we've always known. A study published in the journal Chest shows eating chicken soup during a respiratory infection reduces the number of white blood cells, which are cells that cause flu and cold symptoms. How about that, guys? That's an important key right there. It reduces joint pain and inflammation. The glycosamine in bone broth can actually stimulate the growth of new collagen and repair damaged joints and reduce pain and inflammation. Wow. Okay, ladies, here's a good one for you. Not only is it good for hangovers, but while you're drinking that bone broth for a hangover, it produces gorgeous skin, hair, and nails. So it is going to be beneficial for your looks, young, youthful looks, right, guys? The collagen and gelatin in bone broth supports hair growth and helps to keep your nails really strong. It helps with bone formation, growth, and repair. The calcium, magnesium, phosphorus in bone broth helps our bones to grow and repair itself. Okay. It's nutritious, naturally. Homemade bone broth contains all nutrients and minerals found in bones and tendons rather than just what one or two might be in pills, is according to this article that I was reading. But a key thing to remember, guys, that slow cooking chicken soup, chicken noodle soup, slow cooking the bones for the broth preserves the nutrients better than on high heat. So we need to remember low and slow for bone broth, guys. Low and slow. Bone broth is very high in anti-inflammatory amino acids. Fights inflammation, guys. Fights inflammation. It promotes sleep and calms the mind. Wow, that's good to know too for a hangover, right? The amino acids found in bone broth can be very calming. Well, guys, I think that is some exceptional key things to remember about bone broth and chicken noodle soup, right? I mean, really, look at that. That is absolutely beautiful, right? So not only is it nutritious and healing to the body, it's absolutely wonderful for a hangover. So guys, if you think this information was good, hey, pass it on to someone that you think could benefit from this video, okay? Okay, guys. Happy holidays to everyone. Stay safe and drink your bone broth. Eat your chicken noodle soup. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.